Hello everyone. Hello everyone, and my name is Kazura Hakimi bin Sharim. My ID number is IDI 1507115, and I'm from DEC 5C. As for today, I'm gonna talk about Chapter 4, Socialization. So, what socialization means that a process which individuals acquire the knowledge, language, social skills, and values to conform to the norm and roles required for integration into a group or community, or maybe or we can say that society. So basically, to make it is simple, in order in I give you an example in a working context. In order to help new staff become familiar with surroundings, co-workers and supervisors, many employers turn to schedule socialization activities for newly hired employees so that the employee can adapt to his working environment. And also, what happens if we don't have socialization? So lack of adequate socialization at an early age had caused the teen to withdraw from his or her peers because he or she was not sure how to behave or what people at her or his age generally like talking about. So it is important as for us as a human to have socialization. So as for this topic, I'm going to talk about two theories, which is the first topic is the stage of the self by sociologist George Herbert Mead. Mead interested in the way in which we develop self-awareness and believe that our sense of self was primarily developed through our social activities. So he described three stages of self-development that we pass through during our childhood, which is the first stage is preparatory stage, and we are about two or less. At this stage, children start to copy or imitate the behaviors of others around them without sophisticated understanding of what they are imitating. As an example, a child imitates his or her father laughing without knowing what the behavior really means. And this is also the stage where we start to socialize ourselves. The, the other cases that relate to this stage is Ginny Wiley. I bet most of us know Ginny Wiley. So Ginny Wiley was was a feral child. So and isolated from the society. What happened to her is she cannot um, spoke any languages since her parents had locked down her in the basement at the basement of her house. So she don't have she try to develop herself by looking her environment, and this as we as a human cannot develop ourselves if we don't have any environmental or any social activities. Moving along to my next stage, which is the play stage, when we are about age of 2 until 6. Children start role playing and taking the roles of significant people in their life. So children can only play one role at a time. In a family, our role. We play our role as children, as a son or maybe a daughter to our parents. So we cannot play our others' role than being a son or daughter. So moving along to the last stage of this theory, which is the game stage, when we age of 7 and above. So at this stage, children learns their role in relation to others and how to take on the roles of everyone else in a game. So what happens is, when we wanna play games, surely I bet everyone knows the rules and the role each of the players before playing the games. So let's say in a soccer team, we do have our goalkeeper, striker, attacker, defense. I can't remember each of the position, but it, let's say you play as a goalkeeper. Yeah, you know your role is to defend the ball from get into the goal, and you also know the other's role. So that's what it means by the game stage, and how it related to the children development. So we learn up until today on how to develop ourselves by this stage. And I also want to talk about my second stage, which is looking glass self from, if I was mistaken, Charles Houghton Cooley. So it is a concept of a person's growth, a state that a person grows out of a person's social interaction with others. Their view of ourselves comes from contemplation of personal qualities and impression of how others perceive us. So in this theory, Cooley state that we have three steps. So the first step will be imagine how we appear to another person. Sometimes this imagination is correct, and this imagination also might be wrong, since it is merely based on our assumptions. So the second step is we imagine what judgment people make about us based on our appearance. And last, we will be imagine how the person feels about us based on the judgment made of us. As an example, for the first step, so the teacher will will mark your paper and saw that the potential that you might get an A. However, she give you B because she wants you to work harder. At the second step, you will see the mark that you got B, and you try to think and make a judgment based on the result, and think that you are stupid. However, basically, your teacher not think like that at all. That's why I told you that it might be wrong. And the third step is where when we think we are stupid, we tend to become stupid all along. Don't get me wrong. What I mean is, when someone labeling you at that term, you tend to behave based on that term as part of your life. Okay, so this stage are really helpful, not have a bad very related to socialization. So waiting for my upcoming videos, I'm gonna talk about more that related to sociology. So I think that's all for me. Thank you.